One headline, millions of views, thousands of comments. Over the past several days, social media has been flooded with dramatic claims suggesting that Prince William secretly took drastic action against one of Queen Camilla's grandsons. Some versions of the story even claimed Princess Anne quietly supported the alleged decision behind palace walls, while others described it as the beginning of a major power struggle inside the royal family. If you've spent any time on YouTube, Facebook, TikTok, or X recently, chances are you've seen at least one version of this story. The headlines are impossible to ignore. William finally draws the line. Camilla's grandson forced out. Princess Anne secretly approved. Palace in crisis. It's the kind of story that immediately captures attention. But here's the question everyone should be asking before believing any of it. Did it actually happen? Today, we're taking a closer look at where this rumor appears to have come from, why it spread so quickly across social media, what credible royal reporting actually says, and whether there's any verified evidence supporting these explosive claims. Because when it comes to the royal family, not every viral headline tells the full story. And sometimes, the truth is much more interesting than the rumor itself. Before we begin, if you enjoy balanced royal analysis and in-depth discussions about the British royal family, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest videos. Now, let's dive in. The first thing that stands out about this story is how quickly it spread. Within hours, multiple social media accounts began posting nearly identical headlines. Some claimed Prince William had ordered a dramatic change involving Queen Camilla's family. Others suggested Princess Anne had quietly endorsed the move during a private palace meeting. The details varied from one post to another. Some stories mentioned secret meetings. Others referenced anonymous palace insiders. A few even claimed that senior members of the royal family were divided over the alleged decision. But despite the dramatic language, one important question remained unanswered. Where was the evidence? As we looked deeper, something became immediately clear. Many of the posts referenced unnamed sources without providing any supporting documentation. Others repeated the same claims almost word for word, making it difficult to identify where the story had actually begun. In today's online world, that isn't unusual. A single sensational headline can quickly be copied across dozens of websites, YouTube channels, and social media accounts. Within a matter of hours, a rumor can begin to feel like established fact, simply because so many people are repeating it. Royal stories are especially vulnerable to this pattern. Why? Because the British royal family attracts enormous global attention. Every appearance, every photograph, every public engagement, and every reported disagreement generates headlines around the world. That constant interest creates an environment where speculation can spread incredibly quickly. But speculation and verified reporting are not the same thing. When stories involve members of the royal family, there are generally a few key questions worth asking. Has Buckingham Palace commented? Have established royal correspondents confirmed the report? Has any major news organization published independently verified evidence? In this case, the answer appears to be no. At the time of recording, there has been no official statement from Buckingham Palace confirming that Prince William took any extraordinary action involving Queen Camilla's grandson. Likewise, there has been no verified announcement from Kensington Palace describing such a decision. That doesn't necessarily mean every online discussion is created with bad intentions. Sometimes stories grow because people misunderstand existing events. Other times, speculation becomes exaggerated as it passes from one source to another. And occasionally, entirely fictional narratives are created simply because dramatic headlines attract attention. That is why context matters. So what do we actually know? Prince William has increasingly taken on more responsibilities as Prince of Wales and future king. Publicly, his work has focused on issues such as homelessness, environmental initiatives through the Earthshot Prize, mental health awareness, and supporting communities across the United Kingdom. Queen Camilla, meanwhile, has continued carrying out hundreds of official engagements alongside King Charles, while championing literacy, domestic abuse awareness, and other charitable causes. As for Camilla's wider family, they are generally not working members of the royal family. While they occasionally appear at private family occasions or major national events, they do not perform official royal duties on behalf of the crown in the way that senior working royals do. That distinction is important, because many of the viral posts imply responsibilities or palace roles that have never been publicly confirmed. Royal experts often remind audiences that members of the king's extended family who are not working royals operate under very different expectations. Simply attending a public event or appearing in photographs does not necessarily indicate an official royal position. Another claim appearing repeatedly online suggests Princess Anne secretly approved the alleged decision. Once again, there is currently no credible public evidence supporting that assertion. Princess Anne is certainly one of the most respected and experienced members of the royal family. She has long been praised for her work ethic and dedication to public service. However, there is no verified reporting indicating she privately endorsed any action involving Queen Camilla's grandson. So why has this particular rumor gained so much attention? Part of the answer may lie in the public's fascination with Prince William's future role. As heir to the throne, every decision he makes is viewed through the lens of the monarchy's future. People naturally wonder how he might shape the institution when he eventually becomes king. That curiosity often creates fertile ground for speculation. But curiosity alone is not evidence. And as we'll see next, understanding how these stories spread may be just as important as examining the stories themselves. As we continued investigating, another pattern quickly became impossible to ignore. Many of the websites and videos repeating this story relied on the same handful of dramatic phrases: palace insiders, secret meeting, final decision, and exclusive revelation. Yet when those claims were examined more closely, none of them pointed to official palace statements, court circulars, or reporting from established royal correspondents. Instead, the story seemed to grow by repeating itself. One video referenced another. One article quoted another article. Social media posts recycled the same headline with slightly different wording. Before long, the rumor had taken on a life of its own. This phenomenon isn't unique to the royal family. Media analysts often refer to it as an echo chamber, where repeated claims begin to feel credible simply because they appear everywhere. But repetition is not the same as verification. When major royal developments genuinely occur, there is usually a recognizable pattern. Buckingham Palace or Kensington Palace may issue a statement. Accredited royal correspondents begin reporting independently. Multiple established news organizations confirm the same facts through separate sources. In this case, that chain of confirmation simply isn't there. At the time this video was produced, there has been no official announcement suggesting Prince William has taken extraordinary action involving Queen Camilla's grandson. There has also been no verified reporting that Princess Anne privately approved such a move. That doesn't mean people shouldn't ask questions. Healthy curiosity is important, but curiosity should always be matched with careful examination of the evidence. So why did so many people believe the story? Part of the answer lies in the current state of the royal family. Over the past several years, the monarchy has experienced a remarkable period of change. The passing of Queen Elizabeth II marked the end of a historic era. King Charles began shaping his own reign. Prince William and Catherine assumed new responsibilities as Prince and Princess of Wales. At the same time, Prince Harry and Meghan stepped away from royal duties, while Prince Andrew withdrew from public life. These genuine developments have created an atmosphere where audiences expect further changes. When real transitions are happening, fictional ones can appear surprisingly believable. Another reason involves Prince William himself. As the future king, every public appearance and every decision attracts enormous interest. Many royal commentators believe William will eventually guide the monarchy through another period of modernization. That expectation has encouraged endless speculation about what his reign might look like. Some commentators predict a smaller working monarchy. Others believe he may continue many of King Charles's priorities while introducing new initiatives of his own. Those are legitimate topics for discussion, but predicting future leadership is very different from claiming that specific secret events have already occurred. It's an important distinction. The same applies to Princess Anne. Anne has earned widespread respect through decades of public service. She is frequently described as one of the hardest-working members of the royal family and is known for speaking directly when she does give interviews. Because of that reputation, her name often appears in online stories that attempt to add credibility to otherwise unsupported claims. Yet reputation alone should never replace evidence. If an article claims Anne secretly approved a significant palace decision, the obvious question becomes, where is the proof? Has anyone produced documentation? Has a respected journalist confirmed it? Has either palace acknowledged such a meeting? In this case, the answer remains no. The same careful approach applies when discussing Queen Camilla's family. Camilla's children and grandchildren are part of her personal family, but they are not senior working members of the royal family. They generally maintain private lives and do not carry out official constitutional duties on behalf of the crown. That makes many of the dramatic online narratives even more difficult to verify. It's also worth remembering how palace communications typically work. When significant constitutional or official royal decisions are made, they are usually communicated through established channels. While not every family conversation becomes public, and nor should it, major institutional changes rarely remain hidden for long. Royal correspondents from respected newspapers spend years building trusted contacts precisely so they can verify important developments before publishing them. If a story of this magnitude had genuinely taken place, it would almost certainly have attracted widespread, independently verified reporting. So what can we reasonably conclude? Based on publicly available information, there is currently no credible evidence supporting the claim that Prince William secretly took drastic action against Queen Camilla's grandson. Likewise, there is no verified evidence that Princess Anne secretly approved such an action. That conclusion may disappoint viewers who hoped the viral headlines were true, but sometimes the absence of evidence is itself an important finding. It reminds us why careful reporting matters. It reminds us why sources matter. And perhaps most importantly, it reminds us that not every dramatic headline reflects reality. The royal family will undoubtedly continue generating headlines. There will be genuine developments, meaningful changes, historic milestones, and, inevitably, more rumors. The challenge for all of us as viewers is learning to separate speculation from substantiated reporting. That doesn't mean we stop asking questions. It means we ask better ones. Who is making the claim? What evidence supports it? Has it been independently verified? Those simple questions can make all the difference in today's fast-moving online world. At the Marquee Report, our goal isn't just to follow the biggest royal stories. It's to examine them carefully and distinguish confirmed reporting from online speculation. And that's exactly what we've tried to do today. So what do you think? Have royal rumors become too easy to spread on social media? Or do you think they simply reflect the public's fascination with the future of the monarchy? Share your thoughts in the comments below. But please keep the discussion respectful. If you enjoyed this fact check and would like to see more videos separating royal fact from fiction, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our next deep dive into the stories shaping the British royal family. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.